Another ITX build, but this time may bago para sa amin. We got to build in a very gorgeous Fractal Design Mood. Maliit lang footprint niya, so perfect for small desk, and its aesthetic is chic modern, so bagay rin siya for those looking for tasteful, understated setups. On the exterior, most of the case is wrapped in fabric, which makes it look like a speaker, but maybe like an air purifier. But if you just glance at it, hindi mo iisipin kaagad na computer pala siya. A real eye looker, pero maganda rin ba yung build experience niya? Before we get to the actual build, parts list muna tayo. Ay, ano ba yan?
Ano ba yan? Unactivated pa rin Windows mo.
Hindi.
Simple lang yan. Punta ka dito sa cdkoffer.com. Tapos, gawa ka ng account.
Hindi naman yan yung problem ko, Luke. Yung sa...
Diba? Simple lang. Tapos nyan, hanapin mo yung Windows 11 key. Tapos, ayan, add to cart.
Hindi, itong...
Tapos, pinutin mo proceed to checkout. And then, meron ka makikita dito na promotion code. Ilagay mo dyan, HS20.
Hindi ko naman kailangan
O yan, $23 na lang. Mas mura na yan kaysa sa official site. Ay, wala ka kasi laging pera. Buhay mo naman yan, wala man akong pakialam eh.
Hindi naman nga kasi yan yung problem.
Ayan, tapos bayaran mo na. Aka na card mo.
The customer had two very specific requirements in mind. One, gusto talaga niya yung FD mood. Sabi niya, it looks nice and small, and my GF liked it too. Wise rin yung customer. Whenever your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, partner approve anything about your computer, kunin mo na kaagad bago pa magbago yung isip nila. Second requirement, he really wanted a 9070 XT to run this specific game. Space Marine 2, Spider-Man 2, and Expedition 33 at 1440p. AMD's fastest card, it's king of the hill. Kasya ba sa ITX build nito? Per its posted specs, the Mood fits a GPU with max length of 145mm excluding the cables and 158mm including the cables. The only 9070 XT we could find on stock that would fit this case is the Asus Prime Radeon RX 9070 XT OC Edition. Buti nakahanap kami. Both customers' requirements, check. Going back to the case, maganda siya sa labas. Maganda rin siya sa loob. Very easy build experience. Trust me, I know. I built this system. And really, a lot of fun to work in. The case has three options for cooling. First, low-profile air cooler if you want to add a 3.5-inch drive in the build.
Ba't mo kailangan ng card? Hindi nga, promise hindi nga yan yung problem ko.
O yan, nasakot mo na yung Win 11 Pro key. Tapos,
hindi naman nga yan
i-activate
yung...
na natin.
Hindi nga ito yung
Ayan.
problem.
Punta ka dito sa activation settings. Yan.
Hindi naman yan yung problem ko, Luke.
Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng safe, legit, at original software, check out cdkoffer.com.
Second, air tower cooler for up to 114mm tall, or last option, an AIO with up to 200mm radiator. We went with the AIO to maximize the cooling capability of this case. Even though this is ITX, cable management was simple thanks to the straightforward cable routing options. Hindi kailangan pag-isipan kasi obvious na yung cable tie mounts. No struggles with cable management encountered even though this is the first time we built in this case. Initially, the removal of the fabric, shroud, or panel looks daunting but it's actually easy. You just have to remove two screws and pull the panel up. From there, you can already access all the components inside for maintenance and or assembly. Because of its size, there aren't as many places to grip the case compared to a normal enclosure if you need to lift it or carry it. If you have the fabric shroud off, the metal frame is very sturdy, so when you get a good grip towards the top near 100mm fan, you'll feel confident lifting it up, that nothing will snap or fall out, and you'll be sure that everything will remain in its place. With the fabric shroud on, you probably will tend to carry it from the bottom since you don't want to get the shroud dirty with your filthy hands. But this position is a little awkward since you're cradling the case more than you're actually lifting it. The annoyance with the FD mode is that the riser cables can be a bit stiff to get them where you want them to go. And then, pag nasaksak mo na siya, may times na natatanggal pa siya from the PCI slot even though nakalock na yung mechanism to keep it in place. Also, for the fur parents out there, the fabric shroud will be a magnet for pet fur, especially if you have cats that loves jumping onto your desk. Anton also wanted me to mention that he is not a fan of the downward position of the motherboard. All of the I/O ports are located at the bottom of the case and they are facing downwards, which makes it very hard to plug in all of the basic things like peripherals. It's basically impossible to do it when the case is in its usually standing up position. You can flip the case on its head so the top is now the bottom. You'll have a clear look at the I/O ports, plug everything in, and then flip the case so it's resting on its bottom again. Another option is you can rest the case diagonally so the top part is on the lower end of the slant and then the base of the case is the higher part of the slant. But Anton doesn't like this since he feels it puts unnecessary stress on the frame and might scratch the base if the case gets dragged around. Or, you can place the case a bit off the table, say ito yung case, ito yung base niya, off the table so that it's still flat on the table, but the case bottom is sticking out in mid-air. Hindi siya diagonal. Now you're worried na baka ma-off balance and mahulog yung case. To be fair with Fractal Design, I think Anton is just being reasonable. Kasi given the form factor, limited talaga yung options nila on the possible orientation of the motherboard. Overall though, these are minor annoyances to a very beautiful case. And I think we did justice to the Fractal Design Mood with the very good specs which meets what the customer wanted. Plus, masaya pa yung girlfriend niya. Thanks for watching.